Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the replay. We're doing a preview of our upcoming May 18th mega meetup here at Steamtown National Historic Site. So we're going to do a little walking tour here and show you some of the things you can expect to see if you decide to come here. Let me know how the audio is as well. I'm using a lapel mic. Hopefully it's coming through okay. Hey, there's David. Morning everyone. So we're gonna make our way over towards the Roundhouse here. Baldwin 26 just rolled out onto the turntable. How is the visual? Is it coming through clear enough, or is it pixelated? Alright, we're gonna cut through the building here and head into the center of the turntable, so give me a moment. Looks good, all good. Alright, next. So here is the turntable section. They do have various static equipment around here, but they do have a functioning turntable. And here we have their operating steam locomotive, Baldwin number 26, in this really awesome olive green color. And yesterday and today they're running a special limited train ride where they take you to the Radisson Lackawanna Station Hotel. I'll give you a walking tour of the hotel. I actually took that ride yesterday. Excuse me. Let's sit you down here. All right, hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm using a wireless mic. I'm able to step away from the phone, but just to give you an idea, we are at Steamtown National Historic Site. It is a train museum, history museum, technology museum, all rolled into one. They do offer train rides. You basically have access to the whole property here. Hey, Tim. And once you come here, you don't have to pay any admission if you do want to do a train ride. It costs, I believe, $5 for adults. Very affordable. And again, today the train ride is taking you to the Lackawanna Station Hotel, the Radisson. I took that trip yesterday, which was really a fantastic trip. It was very informative. And they took you inside the hotel. And if you've been in there, definitely worth checking out. It's really unlike any type of hotel you've ever seen. And it was at one time a passenger station. On top of that, there is an active rail yard. The Delaware Lackawanna does share the yard here at Steamtown, but you do have full access to the yard. There is static equipment out there. There's operating equipment, but you're able to walk around and check out, take pictures, and get up close and personal to your favorite pieces of equipment. The only thing is you're not allowed to climb up on it, obviously, but not every day you get to walk around an active rail yard and not have to worry about getting in any type of trouble. Once you're here though, there is some pieces of equipment. Behind me is steam locomotive number 790. That cab is open. You can get up there, you can ring the bell. They do have a couple smaller switcher engines, some cabooses, a hopper car. So a lot to see, a lot to do, and we'll take a walk around the inside too. There's the Roundhouse area where they do have other steam locomotives, you know, undercover, that some will be restored, some are just going to be for display only. There's a full theater that plays a 15-minute movie. I believe it's called Steel and Steam. It's really fantastic. Helps you see, you know, steam locomotives through the eye of a young boy and then growing up and working for the company itself. So we're going to take a walk around. It's not going to be too in-depth. I just want to give you a preview as to what you can expect to see if you come here. The meetup is being held by Sparky 107. It's going to be May 18th, which is coming up in, I believe, 7 or 8 days. We're going to be meeting in the parking lot for 8:30 in the morning. And on top of that, Sparky organized a a lunch to be held on a, it's called the Dining Car Society, and they have a dining car here on the premises. For an additional charge, you could sit down with everyone. You get, I think, a 4-course meal, something like that. Sparky could give you more details on that, but there is some spots open on that. I believe 7 or 8 spots left. And while you're here, you could board the train car and you get waited on, you know, have some good food, and you don't have to leave the grounds here to get a bite to eat. So if you want more information about that, definitely ask Sparky. He's the one that's organizing this whole event. And on top of that, I think we have over 200 people that are confirmed to attend this event, both from his channel, my channel, other people's channels that shared it. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic time. And I just wanted to give you a preview as to what you could expect when you come here. Let me turn this around and we'll keep moving on. I'm not sure what that Nora rate is. So we're going to take a walk out towards the backyard here. You'll see various types of equipment here. One cool piece right here is this old snowblower that was used for the rail line up until I think the 1960s up in New York. Yeah, it's really unlike something you'll ever see. Look at that, that's pretty fantastic. Imagine seeing that coming down the train tracks. That'd be pretty intimidating. So we have 26 back here right now, dumping their ash pan. And even behind the building, there's more equipment. All through here, there's more stuff. Northern Ohio Railroad, thank you for that. And I believe the dining car, from what Sparky told me, is behind the building here. So we're going to take a short walk over and check it out. But let's see what they're doing first here. And right here in front of us, you see this large platform that used to be originally a coal dock. It used to have loaded coal cars come up there. Now it's a walking platform, which will take you to what was formerly known as the Steamtown Mall. It's now the Scranton Marketplace, and there you can also get food, and there's shopping and an aquarium in there. So if you bring kids to this event, definitely consider taking a walk in there. And I believe the aquarium is $12 or $15, and you get to see sharks and stingrays, and I'm sure something that kids will enjoy. Oh, look, they're doing their blowout. That is awesome. Yeah, just what Sparky said, I'm going to be here. I believe Cliff the Wandering Woodsman is going to be here. Sparky has some friends coming all the way from, I believe, Australia and Panama. I think his name is Roy. And I know there's a bunch of people on my channel that said they're probably going to try and come. And also on top of that, you know, Cliff made a video for his channel and so on and so forth. So it should be a good turnout. There's going to be, you know, obviously model railroad enthusiasts myself, and people who like history, and people who like YouTubing. I mean, just, it's something for everyone. So you don't need to be a YouTuber. You don't need to be a rail fan. It's just a great opportunity to come out, socialize, network, and meet a bunch of great people. Well, Adam, I'm hoping for you having a quick recovery with your issues, because I'd like to see you've been to many of our events and you're a great supporter of it. So really hoping you can make it out as well. And we'll get a shot of 26 backing up now to hook up to their passenger cars. If you guys ever wanted to be pulled behind a steam locomotive, this is a perfect opportunity. We will be offering train rides. They only cost $5. I believe kids 6 and under, with the paying $1 free, if I'm not mistaken, but $5 is a very fantastic price. You can't go wrong for that. It is a short, it's called a limited train ride. It takes you to the University in Scranton and back, roughly 30 to 45 minutes, but again, you get to sit in an authentic coach car and get pulled by baller number 26 steam locomotive. So on top of that too, I'm not going to show you right here, but basically the other side of the parking lot is the Electric City Trolley Museum. Back there is another museum where you get to learn about electric streetcar service, because Scranton is known as the Electric City. That's because they're one of the, if not the first city to have electric streetcar service. Now that museum is an additional charge, but it's very affordable as well. But the highlight of that is they offer a trolley ride that takes you to Music, the Rail Riders baseball stadium. And there, along that route, you go through a mile-long tunnel called the Crown Ave Tunnel. And Sparky and everyone else who rode that can attest that it's really a fantastic ride. I believe the trolley ride is maybe $8. So while you're here, definitely plan on taking that. Here's the old sand tower here. Now I'm looking, I believe Sparky said the dining car is somewhere back here. So we're gonna take a little walk around. Oh, actually, yep, I think I know where it is. Okay, so we're gonna do a little walking here. Excuse me. Before we head to that though, there's an old Shea engine here I want to show you. It's really in bad shape, but it is still here. And that's the thing about this place too. I mean, if you're a photographer or you like to look at things that are old or decaying, I mean, this place is almost like an abandoned train yard, even though it's not, but you get to see pieces like this. I mean, this is pretty incredible. Now, if you don't know what a Shea locomotive is, it's basically where they use these gears with these shafts that turn to propel the train. There's no arms on like a traditional train that uses all gearing. And here's the inside of the cab. Yeah, Rich Discoveries. He's another one. He's coming down from Connecticut with his family to be here for this event. So people are coming from everywhere, and I honestly can't wait. So you get to see, get some, let me line it up here. But here's like a pretty, let me flip it around. Yeah, so say you're a photographer, you get a pretty cool shot like that with the sand tower in the background. can't beat that. And again, I'm walking around the rail yard here, and you're allowed to. You know, you're not breaking any rules or laws. They just don't want you climbing on equipment or walking on the tracks themselves, because obviously you don't want to slip and fall. But back here, there's more equipment. Now this building straight ahead of us is called the Office and Storage Building. This is actually open for tours during Railfest. It would be awesome if they could open it up for our event, because in the basement of that is the old subway system. And the reason that is there is because across the street is General Dynamics. It used to be called Chamberlain. They make military bullet casings now. Well, before then, it used to be a locomotive shop, and they used to transport materials underground. So there's a subway system at the basement of that building. It goes all the way through the building under South Washington Avenue and connects to the locomotive shop. And that tunnel is still accessible. So during the tour, you get to check that out and walk through it. It's really kind of a really awesome experience, because it's a dark, long corridor with rails on a concrete floor, and it goes underneath South Washington Avenue and connects to the building. Obviously it's blocked off, you can't get into the building now, but it is something cool to experience. And I've filmed that tour before. If you ever want to see what it looks like, if you can't make it, just search Steamtown Office and Storage Building and you'll see my video. Now here, I believe we have the Lackawanna Dining Car Society. I'm sorry, Erie Lackawanna Dining Car Society dining cars. So let me get up here. Yeah, Big Boy is what I used for the thumbnail. Big Boy is here, 4012, I believe it is. So these cars here are owned by the Erie Lackawanna Dining Preservation Society. Sorry if I butchered that. I always screw that up. But here is one of the dining cars. Sparky, you could probably confirm that this is indeed the actual owner. Not this might be the car I think they make the food on. And up here is, I believe, the one we're going to eat on. Let me take a little walk up here. Here's Nickel Plate Road, Pullman number 211. So I'm not sure which one they'll be eating on. It might be this one, might be that one, but the cars are definitely here. And on top of that, you guys might recognize these. Something you don't really get to see anymore, because the circus, as you know, or may not know, shut down. Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. So these are some of the only surviving cars that are still intact and still have the original theming and logo and everything like that. I think they have 3 cars here, and you can come here, get some pictures of them. Pretty cool though. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Preservation Society is going to be converting these cars into, I think, sleepers, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. They may have these cars in a different area too upon the date of our event, but at least they're on the premises, what Sparky said. So it's only a stone's throw from the Roundhouse. Everything's still coming through okay as far as audio and video? Sorry if there's any wind, it's kind of breezy. Hey, there's Jacob Smith. Hey, Jake, are you coming to this event May 18th, Steamtown? All right, awesome. So yeah, Jake Smith is another YouTuber. He's down southeastern Pennsylvania, and he's coming as well. He's been to a few of our meetup events. So looks like we're going to have a great turnout and be pretty cool, and it'll be my first time being at an event with 200 people plus. Most of the events I've been to or organized, you know, had maybe 30, which I'm extremely happy about. 30 people coming to an event that I try to put together is great, but you know, Sparky was able to get out to a wide audience, and he's got a great following for a model railroading community, and they're all coming out to support him, so I'm happy to be a part of it. Yeah, so Sparky has 136. I have however many on my channel that said they're coming or possibly coming, so, and other people made videos for their channels. I know Alan, Revenge of the Apocalypse, made a video. He's coming. Rich Discoveries, I don't know if he made a video or not, but he's coming. Jake Smith is coming. Cliff the Wandering Woodsman. Well, Jake, if it's the first time coming, rest assured you'll be making probably a few videos here. There's so much to see and do. And the best part is this whole place is free admission. No cost for parking, no cost to enter the premises. It's only optional if you want to do the train ride, which is $5, which is pocket change. And then the trolley ride, which is, I believe, $7 or $8. All right, so we got 26 hooked up to their coaches, so we'll come over here, see if we can get them switching track. Sorry if it's shaky or windy. It's I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, RJ, I mean, you guys, I mean, if it's your first time, I'm gonna be kind of excited to see how you guys react to it, because this video doesn't do it justice. Sparky could attest how much there is to see and do here. I mean, just the rail yard alone is worth coming, because there's some really old, unique, cool pieces of equipment here. So we're gonna cross the tracks here and we'll watch 26 make some moves, and then we'll head over to different parts of the property and show you what else is here. They do have a lot of maintenance away vehicles here because they are replacing a lot of the tracks here, but you got some more cool coaches like that. Someone coming from California, wow, that's pretty awesome. Oh, you're welcome, Carlos. Sorry I'm not too attentive with the comments. I'm just trying to show you what I can here. But Sparky and the others could probably answer most of the questions. Yeah, I actually love the whistle that 26 has. It sounds almost like a tugboat. And for those of you that are diesel locomotive lovers, this is going to be like Alco heaven, because Delaware Lackawanna always has a large number of pieces positioned in the yard here. And if you look down there's a couple Alcos, and they have RS3s here. They have Steamtown has some F units. There's everything for diesel and steam locomotive lovers. We'll do a little walking here until they start moving. Now we're praying for good weather for the event, but even if it does rain, you know, much of the facility is indoors. It is climate controlled, so as far as I know, Sparky, this event is going on rain or shine. If you want to confirm that, but it'd be nice to have a nice sunny day. But even if it does rain, you know, if we take a train ride or the trolley ride, it's not gonna make a difference. We'll be undercover. Yeah, I believe at one point last year for Railfest, 26 had on, I forget whose whistle it was. I want to say it was 3713s, but I don't think they had the proper air pressure and it kind of squealed. It didn't sound very good. Yeah, 7 hours, I guess it was rain or shine. And many people, like Sparky and Rich Discoveries, they're getting hotels, staying overnight, and making a full weekend out of it, because Sparky has plans on Sunday, if you want to join him as well, going to Horseshoe Curve. I unfortunately won't be able to make that event, but it's a place I've always wanted to check out as well, and he's going there with a group. But also the evening of the 18th, we're going to be headed to the Hudson Model Railroad Club, which is about 20-30 minutes away from here. And it's a model railroad club, and they're opening up their doors just for us to check it out. That's a place I've visited and supported numerous times. I've made videos there. They have a fantastic layout, HO scale display, and we're going to be going there as a group in the evening, I think around 6-7 p.m. So that'll be in addition to our event here at Steamtown. So if you want to check out some auto railroading, that's going to be the opportunity to do it. Yeah, they do have various things under restoration right now. Excuse me, Boston and Maine 3713 is their next steam locomotive, which is currently undergoing restoration. That, if you guys take a tour of the machine shop back there, you'll probably see it. But that is a, it's called the Constitution, I believe it is. And that's a very large and beautiful steam locomotive. That's going to be a mainliner once that's ready to go. And they have, obviously, following 26, they also have nickel plate 514, which they use for various tasks around the yard here. That's also nearing completion. And they have some other switchers and other little engines hiding around that they have plans to restore as well. So there's always something going on, something new to see when you come here. Me living 10 minutes away from here, I honestly can't get enough of this place. I mean, I come here a couple times a month at least. So I'm very fortunate to live that close to it. Yeah, so everyone that's interested or has been thinking about coming, Sparky has I believe a playlist on his channel with information about the dining car, about our meetup. I have a meetup video as well. Just search Steamtown meetup event. The videos will pop up as well. But we're hoping to get, you know, the more the merrier. And the dining car option is something that he was able to pull together, which I didn't think was going to be an option when he first mentioned it. But he obviously made it work. And you know, if you guys want to do that, he still has a few openings. You can sit on the dining car, be catered to, get some good food, and you don't have to leave the property. So definitely consider doing that. And if you want to, just get in touch with Sparky and he'll take care of the rest. 32, yeah, we'll take a walk in the Roundhouse soon. 3254 won't be restored. That will be strictly for static display. But Canadian National, I think 2317 or Canadian Pacific, I forget which one. 2317 though is going to be getting restored next to operating condition. That operated probably, I want to say 6 to 8 years ago. It was last used. I thought they were going to be pulling out soon, but I don't know what they're doing here. Probably their inspections or something. But we'll take a little walk down here and then we'll head into the Roundhouse. Show you some of the other equipment that they have. They got a nice cool crane here. They actually just got done painting it. This used to be in the front of the building. And it's looks almost like new condition now. It's pretty awesome. Now, if 3254 ever gets restored, it probably won't be in our lifetime. I guess it has a bent frame and too many issues. They said that it's going to be too costly to repair it. And with having Boston and Maine 3713 and then 2317 being restored, they won't have a need for a third one. So I'd be shocked if that ever happened. Oh yeah, they're still down there doing their inspection, so we'll keep moving on. So we're gonna head down along the old coal dock here. I'll show you some of the pieces of equipment. We'll check out the big boy, and then we'll head inside. Are they actually moving now? No, I really don't do Uber much anymore. I'm trying to stay away from it. Just too much aggravation with it, so haven't done it in a few months. Well, I guess it was a false alarm. All right, well, you guys will see enough of that when you're here. Let's keep moving on. Yeah, I mean, when you guys come here, you can talk to the crew here and the park rangers and they can answer any questions you have. So don't take my word on it, but I'm just going by what I know. I am friends with one of the park rangers, and I do keep in touch with him to find out any updates or changes that happen here. Got another little diesel switcher here, which is going to be undergoing restoration as well. I think they acquired this about 2 years ago. Number 1901. Hey, there's Ron Piskel. Yeah, he was here last time too. He's coming down. Yep, S1 switch, SW1 switcher. Thank you for that. There's so many things here. I have a hard time keeping track of what is which and remembering everything. But here's Delaware Lackawanna's fleet of Alcos. There's only a small number of them. They actually have more of them. And at various times, these are running freight trains through the yard. And if you look through there, that's number 664. That's the B unit, part of an ABA unit of the F3s. I think there's actually somebody in there. Yeah, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. You know, I'm taking my time today to share this with you guys, so if you appreciate what I'm doing, just give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. Brooks Scanlon, number 1. That's in really bad shape. The domes are cracked open. We've got trees growing on top of it. But it still looks really awesome. And just down the road from here is the Delaware Lackawanna rail yard themselves, where they have the rest of their fleet of equipment. And they have old Conrail equipment there, and they have, I think, a triple RS3s and a bunch of other equipment that's there. I mean, you're not allowed to walk around the yard there, but you could get down near it, near the road, and snap some pictures of it and stuff like that. Here's one I wish they'd restore, Canadian National number 47. This is a very unique looking locomotive. Yep, that is correct. This is the old coal dock, which is now a walking ramp that takes you to the Scranton Marketplace that has a food court, aquarium, shopping. There's a Boscov store. And just to our left here, you guys can recognize this, especially with the news recently of 4014 becoming operational. This is its older sister, Union Pacific 4012. And they actually allocated money to have this repainted this year, because as you can see, it's not looking so good right now. A lot of stripping and flaking going on, but If you ever want to stand in front of a big boy and to get your picture taken, this is the place to do it. So further down the yard here, if you keep walking, which you're allowed to, we got a RS3 unit. And they got 759 out here, which was actually in the Roundhouse. They parked it out here, I think, for display. And there's cabooses and other freight cars down there. So we're gonna go inside the building now, and we'll show you what's inside of there. But here's a closer look at 4012, 4012, however you want to call it. And this is a 4884 wheel assembly. Largest locomotive ever built. Weighs over 1 million pounds, and they said it could pull a 1 mile loaded coal train at over 70 miles an hour. So just let that sink in and you could appreciate the power. Yeah, any of the information the guys are sharing, you can find the links down below in the description for Facebook, Patreon, photos for purchase, and my merchandise shop. Everything goes back into the channel to help me make more content for you guys. They do have a little bookstore museum shop here. You could go in there and get yourself some books and information, and even like some small kids toys. I think they even have bottled soda in there too, but I'm on the wrong side of the track, so let me cross over here. Hey, Christian. And those of you that not know, I'm not going to mention names, but I did get into a little bit of an argument with someone who I was trying to help make aware of our event, and he said he didn't know about it. He wanted to know why he was being notified 2 weeks prior to it. But this event has been promoted since the winter time. Over 6 months now, we've been promoting this event with Facebook posts, videos on YouTube, constant mentioning of it in our streams and our videos. So everyone's been doing their part to make this event as big and successful as it can, because we know everyone doesn't live local and could get here as easily as others. Thank you. So this event has been taking shape for a number of months now, so that's why we had people coming from all parts of the world pretty much, because they had enough notice. So we're gonna go in here. This is the Technology Museum. I don't know if we're gonna lose service or not, so if it does, just stay tuned. I'm actually gonna switch to the wide angle. This is pretty neat in here because it's interactive. There's different little areas to check out with pictures and information, and even like little quizzes and tests you could take. Like this is something cool we saw. It's hobo graffiti. You know, and you have to kind of guess what it is. So there's a cat here, and it means kind lady. There's a cross. Religious talk, gets free meal, stuff like that. They have a bunch of signals in here. They have a little dispatcher's office in here too, which is pretty neat. That's a 1902 Roundhouse office. Then you got some equipment here, you know, safety lamps, signals. You could even take a test here to find out what whistles which. So test your knowledge. See how well you know your whistles. And over here they even have the inside of a steamer cab, if I can find it. Yeah, so right here, you got two cabs so you can see just how big and impressive they are, and all the knobs and everything like that, levers. Okay, so that's just a preview of the Technology Museum. Let's keep moving on. Now here they have equipment that you can actually go into. They have boxcar number 43651. They actually have benches in there. They play a little movie about different types of freight cars. And Rutland caboose number 28. So you can take a walk in, basically take a walk back in time. Well, actually, we'll take a walk in there now. You see they have a little coal burning stove in here. And here's the area you could sit and get a bird's eye view. And of course there's the can. And if you come here for Rail Fest, which is Labor Day weekend, they actually have caboose hop rides. So you get to ride in a caboose just like this one. Yeah, being the boss is good. Now here's something really awesome. This is a Cutaway steam locomotive. I actually made a video on this a number of years ago, and it has over 100,000 views on it. But you get to see this was once a functioning locomotive, and it's all stripped away to show you the inner workings, and everything's labeled, you know, sandbox, steam dome, fire tubes, smoke box. This is something you don't get to see every day, and this is really like a work of art. We're still coming through okay? Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. And then when you come to the other side here, it's completely intact. So if you're coming in from this door, you wouldn't know the difference. All right, we're gonna head into the Roundhouse now. And this place is handicap accessible. They do have automatic doors.
And the third one, wait for the train crew to put down a silver or yellow box, and then yell all the book. That's when we get on it. See, everybody has an orange wristband, so you're good for this today's train.
So that is Park Ranger Tim O'Malley. And he's giving the tour today, I think, for the Radisson Lackawanna station. But here we're inside the Roundhouse now. You'll find there's nickel plate. Let me get it closer here. Nickel plate 514. That is going under extensive electrical work restoration, which is, I believe it's nearly completed. And here is one of the F3 units. They do have 663 and 664. And of course we saw the B unit out in the yard. This is 664A. So over here, the first track is where they store 26 at night. Next to it is Canadian National 3254. That's a steam locomotive that I remember watching operate in previous years, but again, it's probably never going to see a fire in its box again. Yeah, 514 very well could be operating when we're here on the 18th. And a lot of this equipment is used, you know, for various events and tasks throughout the year. And this roundhouse is really awesome because you get to walk around pretty much the whole perimeter of it, and you're on elevated platforms, so you get a great view of everything. But just to give you a quick look at, here's Nickel Plate Road 514. She's all put back together and nearly ready for operation. That's one of my favorite diesels I like watching here. Okay, let's keep moving on. Save all your damn questions for the end of the damn tour. That's from Vegas Vacation, if you guys don't know that reference. Yeah, I may live stream the event on the 18th, or I may just make a recorded video. I'm not sure. I may do like a little stream preview, but you know, for some of the things we're going to do here, like the train ride, I'm sorry, the trolley ride through the tunnel, won't be able to stream that. So I'll definitely film a highlights video, but maybe I'll try to stream like a half hour's worth just to show the fun that we're having here. So yeah, this is Canadian Pacific 2317, which will be getting restored in the future for operating at Steamtown. There's DLNW number 565. It's neat to have the information flags too, to give you some history on it. And we have Grand Trunk Western 6039, a really beautiful, fantastic engine. I believe 2 years ago, I forget which locomotive it was, but they brought their sister engine, which I think was 6035. I'm not sure, but they paired them out in the yard and right next to each other, made for some fantastic photo opportunities. And the one that's right here is out in the yard right now, we saw earlier, so. 1925 Grand Trunk Western 482 Mountain Locomotive. It says it's one of the last steam locomotives employed in the common carrier service in the state of Vermont. Sparky, I remember you mentioned too, I think you're arriving Friday. So if you want to meet up, you know, get together for any discussion of details, I should be available that evening. So just let me know. Sparky, are you staying at the one on Meadow Avenue there? I forget the name of the hotel, but it's on Meadow Ave, I think it is. Four Points, yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay. So we're back out to the turntable here. Got some more pieces of equipment. And looks like they're boarding the cars for their little limited train ride to the rest. And so we're gonna make our way through the building, and we're gonna get over near the train platform because it'll be coming through there, and that's a crossing, so they'll be laying on their horns. So we'll get a good shot of that. Now here is the History Museum, which is another, why is that not opening? There we go. They do have an Erie business car. Okay, we'll take a walk through. And this is like a time capsule walking in here. Hopefully I don't lose you in here, but I want to give you a walkthrough. This is really awesome. It's a sleeper car, and they do have like little cabins here and stuff. And to show you, it's the tightest of all walkways. I'm pretty much walking shoulder to shoulder here. But pretty cool though. Oh, sorry about that. Here's the dining room. Some nice period lighting. All right, RJ, I didn't see you there. You're gone. Sorry, but thanks for stopping by. They even have a Louisville and Nashville postal car. I love the royal blue color on it. Hey, there's Barbara. I don't know, is this not cool or what? So this is everything you get to experience when you come here. You know, there is so much to see and do, rain or shine. What is it?
You want a train station? You see a box here. We have different engines and things like that. So like this one is US. So this is the one.
Oh, wow.
And this is the one that the post office gonna have cancellations today.
Okay.
The lady's actually running over to the mall to get them.
Oh,
So she can
before
sell
they're
them,
gone, yeah.
they're not allowed to sell them. So she can sell them. They're gonna cancel them here in the park.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, very cool.
This is another cheaper way to collect trains.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
This is free?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, thank you very much.
Enjoy.
So I actually got a free model railroading stamp here, or I should say railroad stamp. This area right here is pretty cool, I should say popular with kids. They have a little digging area where you can find artifacts. You actually dig through coal and try to find some cool stuff. So it's dirty, but fun. Kids love it. And this is all the stuff that was found, you know, in the past years and decades underground when they were excavating and renovating. Now here you can actually pose with some statues they have. See, like, give this guy a high five. This is really cool in here as well. It's a mock train station. Come here, get your tickets, and you can actually come in here and it looks like you're waiting in a actual train station. They have announcements that play and the lighting that changes for different parts of the room. And it's really cool. I mean, it looks, you know, like you're stepping back in time. We got some Conrail and Amtrak in action. Well, Josh, just click the X of your board. No one's forcing you to be here. And here's a miniature Lackawanna 760. This is actually an operating locomotive they take train rides on. I believe this came, if I'm not mistaken, from Nyack Park in Scranton. And they've been trying to get this operational here as far as finding space for track. It is in running condition. Very similar to the Pioneer train ride at Knoebels. Very similar locomotive and passenger cars that they use there. But this does operate. They just need to find room to lay out the track. Oh, I guess Josh left us. Such a shame. Now in here, I'm not going to show it right now because I don't want to get hit with any copyright for the movie, but there is a theater in here. You can enter on the bottom or upper level, and they play a movie for free, I believe, every half hour, Steel and Steam. But it's a beautiful theater. It's climate controlled, and it is very comfortable to sit in there and take a break in the darkness and watch a movie about steam locomotives. And again, here's one of the locomotives that they do have the cab open. You can walk up in there, ring the bell, get some pictures taken. But we're gonna head outside now and kind of power walk a little bit because I want to get 26 coming by, and then we'll probably wrap it up shortly after that. Get a shot from the cab. Yeah, I could do that. Don't mind the wind. I'm walking into a stiff breeze right now. Also, too, on your entrance into the lot here, they have Reading F units, I think it's 902, and then a Reading locomotive, I think it's 224. So those are there as well. So off in the distance, you could see hopefully you could see the lettering, Trolley Museum. That is the Electric City Trolley Museum. That's where you go to get your tickets for the trolley ride, and also take a tour of their facility, which teaches you all about electric streetcar trolleys. So they are backing up to Bridge 60, which I believe is the 60th bridge from Binghamton, New York. And they're going to get on the main line. And we're going to go over here to the train platform and watch it come rolling by. This platform is also the same location where you will board the trolley. I was hoping we'd see it today. I don't know where it's at, but the trolley does board here as well, and it's a 1 hour round trip. Takes you again through Crown Ave Tunnel. It's a 1 mile long tunnel under the city of Scranton, and they go through the wilderness, the woods, and final destination is their restoration shop, and it's located at the Rail Riders Stadium, which is the AAA team for the New York Yankees. I'm gonna switch this around to the wide angle here. I guess we can set it up over here. Oh, I didn't even know Hudson Auto Railroad Club is in here. Good to see you guys here today. Hope they can still hear me, but 26 is positioning down there down to the main line, and they'll be coming by here. And today is the special ride where they're taking you to the Radisson Lackawanna station. I took the ride yesterday. They did 3 trips yesterday, 3 today, and they train right behind the Radisson. You get out, and the park ranger takes you for a walking tour through the hotel. And I gotta tell you guys, if you come here for this event, the hotel is less than a mile away from here. Only, honestly, a few hundred yards. So take a ride there, park in the parking lot. They do allow you to walk through, take pictures. The lobby and the foyer area is really unlike anything you'll ever see. It's like something out of a movie. Highly, highly recommend you checking it out when you're here. Mike is working great. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. All right, we should get some pretty good footage here of him rolling by, and there is a pedestrian crossing here, so they do need to blast their whistle. And after that, we'll head back. We'll do the look in that cab inside the Roundhouse there, and maybe we'll go upstairs quick. I'll show you this. Oh yeah, there's actually a model train display here, which I want to show you as well as the upper deck. So a couple more things I want to show you, and then we'll wrap it up. If you guys could do me a favor in the meantime, though, let me know what time it is, East Coast time. But here comes 26, so I'll stop blabbering. Now, is that not cool or what? So you guys come here, you can take that same train ride. It's only $5. They run several times throughout the day. And you want to get here early because they pull 26 out of the Roundhouse around 9 a.m. between 9 and 9:30. Give it a spin on the turntable, and then they start doing their little short excursions. Oh, Seabass, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so let's head back inside quick. I'll show you a couple things, and then that'll be it. And the rest of it you can experience for yourself when you come here on May 18th. There's a beautiful backdrop right now with big boy 4012 with the blue sky. And it's actually quite cool here. It's in the 50s right now, but I like it this way. That way I'm not sweating walking around. And there's Nickel Plate Road 759 that was in the Roundhouse recently. They brought it out here. And the distance you can see Reading 224 and the Reading F units 902, 903. And they even have the light on the big boy. There's actually a couple members of the Hudson Model Railroad Club that I'm friends with that I've gotten to know throughout the years of visiting their club. So I'm not sure who's watching or who's running the channel, but if you guys know me, then just want to say hello. Oh, there's Bill. Yep. Bill, you going to be there that day? Or I think maybe you said you were going to be out of town that day. Yeah, honestly, the big boy is too big for the needs here at Steamtown or even in this part of Pennsylvania. I don't think it could really handle the weight and size on the tracks here. So there's a little ticket booth here. This is where you come to get your train ticket if you're going to do the Scranton Limited ride. Let's see. And so it says, hello, $5 for the short train ride, visitor 6 years and above. So if you bring your kids here, if they're under 6, they ride for free with you. There's a tiny 242 little switcher number 7. And it says DL&W's Lackawanna number 426. This was restored a few years ago to like new condition. And they use this the 1 year for the caboose hops. They have it on display here, but this is a very, very well running, immaculate engine. And there's a little information tag here I'll read for you. It says 80-year-old locomotive was methodically restored by the Delaware Lackawanna Railroad and is used by Steamtown as a donation of goodwill by the Delaware Lackawanna. It's a prototype of switching units and became the pattern for this type of locomotive for the next 70 years. It was built in 1935 by the Electric Motive Corporation, EMC, a predecessor company to General Motors Electric Motive Division. So, pretty cool. How long the train ride and how many times during the day do they do it? As far as the Scranton Limited ride, I think it's 3 times. I think it's like 10. All right, let me think that. Now, the one they're doing today is the special one. It's only 3 times. I think when we're here, if it's the normal Scranton Limited ride, it's 4 times that day. So you could buy your ticket and you could ride it whatever time you want to ride it. You don't have to ride it, you know, right then and there. But it does operate, I believe, 4 different times. I think 10, 11:30, I think 1, and then 2:30, if I'm not mistaken. As far as 4 points, I believe you asked, it's only maybe 7 minutes away from here. You're going to be extremely close to it. But let's head inside. We'll give you a cab tour of 790. Then we'll head upstairs, show you 1 or 2 things, and then that'll be it. Opening hours 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But you can literally come here anytime you want. I mean, the rail yard, you have access to it. As long as the gate is open for the driveway, you could come up here. So let me switch it around to the wide angle and get you guys the best view. I mean, that's a nice shot right there. Look at that. As long as it's coming through clearly, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm just checking back your comments here. I'll probably be getting here early with Sparky, probably between 8 8:30. But we're gonna take a look at this cab here. Now, is that cool or what? This is probably as close as you could come to getting into the cab of a streamliner. And right here, you guys see this? Well, if you give it a few hard yanks, you'll hear this. So, come here, plan on doing that. You can hang out the cab window here, have someone take your picture from down there. So, and here is the, kind of see the tender area. Now, the only thing that would make this better is if they had the rope here to pull the whistle. I'd probably be here every day doing it. Yeah, I rung the bell, so make sure you guys do the same. And there's the bell right there. All right, I want to take you inside and go upstairs and show you one or two things. And then that'll be it. Yeah, so if you guys come here, you know, even on the other side where there's no steps, you have someone up there and have your family member down here take the picture. It'll look like you're operating a steam locomotive. We're gonna have to take an elevator. Hopefully I don't lose you in there. If I do, I'll be right back. And if you're really short, they have a bench for short people. Oh, I want to show you too, this is something cool to see how Steamtown used to look before they came here and took over when it was the old rail yard. Hopefully it'll show up on here, but this is looking at Steamtown from the 1960s to the 1990s. I mean, there's the old turntable, what's left of the building, very, very poor condition. And here's how it looks now. You can see a considerable difference. So you could imagine the time and money that was put into this place. Bring the wig and ring the bell. Oh, that's going to be a viral video right there. So there's a little area for the Constitution, Boston Main 3713. They do have their bell here and a light. And they are currently accepting donations for this as well. But up here you get a nice overhead shot of the platform and the turntable. Okay, so excuse me, we're going to head into the upstairs of the Technology Museum. There's a couple cool things worth seeing up here. So we were down there earlier, now we're above it. Now up here they do have a model train layout of the facility here. Normally it's operational. I think it's down right now. They're having issues with it, but normally you could press a button and there's various locomotives that do some switching throughout the yard here, but this is a scale replica of Steamtown here. More so how it used to look with the coal dock and everything like that, but definitely worth seeing because it shows how everything used to be here when it was an operational rail yard before Steamtown took over. This is the office and storage building I was telling you about, where the basement is of the subway system. This is next to it with the scrap area. And this is the original turntable. Right now it's just a grassy area where they have a little steam locomotive that goes around it. And right next to it would be where the police station is today. And this platform is now the walking platform that takes you to the mall, but it was originally a coal dock. They could come out here.
Yeah. All right.
So we've got a couple fantastic spots here to get views of the rail yard and the equipment. So bring your cameras and be ready to take a lot of photos and video. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a peek at the theater and then that'll be it. If you come here on a busy day, you'll hear that bell ringing nonstop. Usually a line of kids waiting to get in there, and all you hear is that bell going, and then you start hearing it in your dreams. I'm most likely going to live stream Railfest this year too. Every year for Railfest I come here, I always look forward to it, and I make an edited video showing all the action. But this time I think I'm going to live stream it and make you feel like you're there with me, because there's only so many edited videos I could do of Railfest. So try something new, and hopefully it'll work out with live streaming it. Yeah, this place is a dream come true for kids and adults alike, like myself. You know, you don't even have to be a train fanatic to want to come here. I mean, there's so much to see and do. It's just, you know, it's hard to comprehend, and it's even crazier that it's free. You know, free admission to a National Historic Site here. I mean, this is a fantastic photo opportunity right here too. So definitely when you come here, explore everything. Back there is the machine shops, repair shops. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be offering guided tours for us through there, showing you all the equipment, showing you the restoration of 3713. So that's one place you can't just walk willingly, but you can get a guided tour. Okay, we do have the theater now. We're on the upper section of it. They have a little queue there, shows you when the next movie's starting, but we'll take a walk in there and show you what it looks like. How you doing? Yeah, they're actually gonna turn the lights on here. We'll get a good look at it. Looks like they're playing a different movie today. I guess they're playing a special movie about the Golden Spike. That's why they're doing that special trip to Radisson today. But it's hard to tell because it's dark, but this is a really beautiful theater. Lots of seating, very comfortable.
Men of the East, men of Washington, you have given the toil and even the blood of your brothers and fellows for 4 years. You spent $3,000
Alright, so
billion.
we'll keep moving on. I'll get hit with copyright for that.
Makes the cost cheap. Let now you thousands of men and 100 billions of money to bring a new republic.
There's a good look at it.
The nation of the Atlantic to an equal, if not greater nation of the Pacific. Here, take it, Jill Murray. Here is oil comes out. Here, the colors of the world. Here.
Another thing you could check out too, before you come here, there's a camera right there. And that is because this is a facility that's linked up to EarthCam. So if you go to, just do a Google search, Steamtown EarthCam, you can actually watch a live feed. So you can see the turntable operating and other stuff. So I always check that periodically and see what's going on. But just search Steamtown EarthCam and you'll find the link for that. Here we are above the History Museum. All right, we're gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna go outside and then we'll wrap up the video. Yeah, Steamtown EarthCam. No, just a little preview, Jay. Next week. The EarthCam is good for in the morning around 9 a.m. and the afternoon around 3 p.m. That's when they usually have Baldwin 26 on the locomotive. I'm sorry, on the turntable. Oh, there's steps here too, but I'm lazy sometimes. All right, let me set you guys up here. All right, should be able to see and hear me okay. I got the lapel mic on, which I guess worked out pretty good today. But I just want to thank you guys for tuning in today. This was a preview of our mega meetup taking place here at Steamtown next weekend, Saturday, May 18th. We'll be meeting myself and Sparky here around 8:30. The park itself opens 9 a.m. First excursion, not excursion, but train ride happens 10 a.m. The trolley ride happens, I think, 2 or 3 times throughout the day as well. So we're probably going to try to organize as a group so we can do them together. I mean, there is limited seating on these, depending on how many people show up and how many people want to do the rides. But again, the train ride's $5. Trolley ride, it's $7 or $8. They have like a combination pass of the trolley ride and museum for I think 10 or 12 bucks. Very, very affordable. Sparky again has seats open for the dining car that is on premises here. We could go on there, sit with the other people in our group and have a meal right here on the property. Make sure you contact him for any questions or reservations for that. As for that, besides that, in the evening, I think 6:30 p.m., we will be heading to Plains Township for the Hudson Model Railroad Club. That's a huge HO model huge HO model train display. That is one of my favorite ones to check out. I've been there countless times. I've made numerous videos, and they're being kind enough to open their doors up just for our group. So we're getting a kind of off-season kind of look at it. they're in the midst of doing some restorations with the building and the layout, so it'll be cool to check that out as well. That will be the evening of May 18th. So if you come here for Steamtown, consider joining us for that as well. That's going to be completely free of charge as well. We do ask that you do consider donating to the club though, because they do a fantastic job of, you know, putting on their display for the public. So Sunday will be Horseshoe Curve, which I will not be attending that day, but Sparky will. If you'd like to join him for that, feel free to touch base with him, and he can give you any information as far as where to meet, what time they're going. That's something I hope to get to in the future, but just not going to happen that weekend. Lastly, if you want to see any more videos about Steamtown, go to my channel. Under my playlist, I have one dedicated for Steamtown. I have numerous videos from train rides to Railfest throughout the past years, and the restoration of Baldwin 26 when it first came back into service, stuff like that. So other than that, I think we covered everything here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. I hope to see you here on May 18th. I may or may not do a live stream that day, but I definitely will be filming a highlights video throughout the day showing you the fantastic time that everyone will be having. I do see some comments popping up there, so I will check them quickly, and then we're going to wrap it up. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day because it's beautiful out right now. So give me 1 second. Yeah, Adam, hope to see you there. If there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know. All right, guys. Yep. So any questions, just comment down below after the video if you're watching this on the replay, or touch base with Sparky 107. And hopefully we'll see you there. So thank you guys for watching today. Don't forget to drop a like before you leave. And just want to say thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.